This is Berry TV, where the truth is always in the headline. We'll take you around the world in 5 minutes, so let's get into today's top stories.
Tensions between the US and Iran dominated global headlines after attacks involving oil tankers and military vessels near the Strait of Hormuz. Reports indicated that Iran retaliated against US naval activity, while emergency diplomatic talks involving China and regional powers intensified over the weekend. Oil prices swung wildly as fears of disrupted energy supplies spread through global markets. Investors reacted immediately, with airlines, shipping companies, and stock indexes all affected. Nearly one-fifth of the world's oil passes through the Strait of Hormuz. Any escalation there can quickly raise fuel prices, shipping costs, inflation, and grocery prices worldwide. Brent crude briefly surged above $114 per barrel during the latest tensions. A luxury cruise ship carrying passengers from multiple countries became the center of a rare hantavirus outbreak after several people died on board. The ship was denied docking in some ports before finally reaching Tenerife under strict health protocols. The World Health Organization coordinated with multiple governments to track passengers and contain possible spread. Health experts stress that the virus is dangerous, but far less transmissible than COVID-19. The outbreak reignited global fears about infectious diseases spreading through international travel. It also exposed how vulnerable governments remain to sudden cross-border health emergencies. The outbreak involved 9 probable cases and 3 deaths aboard the ship. Large parts of India and Pakistan were hit by an extreme heat wave this weekend, with temperatures climbing beyond 115°C in some areas. Authorities warned of severe health risks as power grids struggled under soaring electricity demand. Hospitals reported growing numbers of heat stroke and dehydration cases, while schools and outdoor work activities were disrupted. Scientists say the frequency and intensity of these events continue to worsen due to climate change. Extreme heat is becoming one of the deadliest climate threats worldwide. Rising temperatures affect food production, water supplies, public health, and economic stability across entire regions. Temperatures exceeded 46°C, 115°C in several areas. Preparations intensified for a major summit between U.S. President Donald Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping. Discussions are expected to focus heavily on Iran, trade disputes, Taiwan tensions, and artificial intelligence competition. Washington reportedly accused Chinese firms of assisting Iran with satellite and dual-use technology, leading to new sanctions. Analysts say the meeting could shape global diplomacy and markets for months ahead. The relationship between the U.S. and China affects nearly every major global issue: trade, technology, military security, and supply chains. Any breakthrough or collapse in talks could impact billions of people economically and politically. Morgan Stanley projected global AI infrastructure spending could hit $800 billion in 2026. International agencies warned that Gaza's healthcare system is nearing total collapse as airstrikes and shortages continue despite earlier ceasefire efforts. Hospitals remain overwhelmed with casualties while infrastructure damage limits access to medicine, electricity, and clean water. Aid organizations say medical workers are operating under impossible conditions. The humanitarian situation has become one of the most urgent crises discussed at the United Nations this weekend. The crisis affects regional stability, refugee flows, global diplomacy, and international humanitarian law debates. Images and reports from Gaza continue influencing public opinion and political pressure worldwide. UN-linked reports described Gaza hospitals as overwhelmed amid immense health needs.
That is your short and detailed look at the top stories around the globe today. For continuous coverage and breaking updates, keep it right here on Berry TV. Thank you for joining us. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss a thing. Have an amazing day.